This is Bars at Work, where leadership and personal development meets hip hop.
Hey man, let's keep it running because I want to go back to this. You have a line here about dopamine and some other things. Run it. Let's go.
Neuroepinephrine, dopamine gives a sudden blast, make you levitate while you work, doing your hovercraft.
Neuroepinephrine, dopamine gives a sudden blast. Okay, now I'm no scientist or nothing like that. But yeah, but yeah, give me a little bit of nuggets here of what's happening. It sounds like when we're in flow state, there's actually something physically happening.
Yeah, man.
There's keeping us going.
There's a number of chemicals that the brain produces and releases. Like those are just two of them. It's also in endorphins and serotonins and one other one that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. But there's different chemicals that happen, and it's like this cocktail of flow state inducing, drugs that the body produces, and it really gets you into this narrow window of being able to execute at a level that other people can't compete with in that moment. Again, the inhibitions are gone. You're not thinking about what's happening, and it's like a euphoric feeling, right? When you talk, people do drugs that get hooked on drugs and look for it is because they're looking for that high. They're looking for that sense of that it's a counterfeit of flow state, of a natural flow state that you can have if you're doing your work, you're a productive person and you're a healthy person. It's a counterfeit feeling that you would get if you would get into a natural flow state. So when I talk about levitating while you work, it's because these drugs give you a sense of euphoria. They give you a sense of heightened awareness, of lightness, of fluidity. And it feels like you're levitating. So while you're doing your craft, you're mastering your craft, it's like you're in a hovercraft while you're levitating and doing your work.
Yeah. Bars. Drop the bars on that one. Yeah. So the bars here, and I love that analogy of like, this is healthy, constructive, build your life to a better place type of drug that's happening physically inside of you when you're in your flow state, that your body is producing these highs, and you don't need the external trash and garbage to pump into your body. This is right. All about it. Because so I mean, think about it. And look, I'm not I like a nice drink here and there and all those things, but so many times we look for these external things to put us in a better mood, to put us in a better place, to put us in a get my mind off of things, right? And people go search after alcohol, drugs, different things. But what a way to get into a healthy mind state by just immersing yourself in something that you like to do. And as you progress, you're actually creating those levels of optimism and a high inside yourself, right?
100%. I would argue that people that maybe find themselves in a place of addiction or pursuit, even if it's not a full-blown addiction, pursuit of that external chemical or substance or situation that gives them that sense, I would argue that they're lacking a sense of purpose and in their work. And what we do, aside from sleep hours, we spend the majority of our time working and trying to produce something, whether it's just receiving income or produce whatever it is that you do. So the thing that you spend your waking hours the most time doing, if you don't have a strong sense of purpose in your work, and you're not producing those chemicals and those natural highs from achievement and being in and out of flow state, you're going to look for that somewhere else. Like you're trying to get to that feeling.
Yeah.
But you don't realize that it's really doing more detriment to yourself, and it's not helping you find that purpose and that natural flow that you can execute from.
Yeah, no, there's obviously like escapes of, I want to hang out with some people. It's a different escape, and all of these different things.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not what we're talking about. But what we're talking about here is that sense of fulfillment and winning in your life only comes, I think, and what you're saying too, is you have to be engaged in something that's producing something that gives you that feeling of like, wow, I just moved and made progress on something. Right. I just created something. I just took a step on something. Like taking steps is a good thing. You don't always have to create some monumental win. It's just the idea of progress creates fulfillment.
I love the steps piece. Like, think about our kids, our girls when they were younger, and the baby's trying to stand up and they're trying to figure it out. You can tell them it's like, yo, all you have to do is this, but they got to learn it on their own. And then when they finally take that first step and let go of something, everybody celebrates. It's like, So I'm sure in the baby's mind in that moment is like this euphoric, right? Some dopamine, all kinds of stuff has been released and they're excited. And what does that make you do? It makes you want to take another step.
Take another step.
Right? It makes you want to go faster. It makes you the culture and the people that you have around you, your support system is extremely important when you talk about a flow state. It's important for you not to only understand yourself and have that self-awareness, but your family, your immediate circles of friends, advisors, counselors, people in your groups at work. People have to know who you are and know what your thing is. Speak life into that thing and raise you up so that you can realize your flow state, and then you do the same thing for them.
I love that. I love that idea because it almost reminds me of like it's almost selfish to not help someone create that space where they can be in their flow state. It's almost selfish. It's like if you hinder somebody from being in their flow state or experiencing that flow state, whether it be hey, I'd really like to take my jog. I really want to spend some time doing this. You know, I like to blog, and I need 30 minutes away from the family to go do this. Or a friend who doesn't recognize that, man, they really love this hobby of theirs, and I should appreciate that and really affirm that.